Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this reading I want to ask the cards and Spirit directly through channeling about what your December month will be like. What's going to happen in December this year. And yeah, I have 5 groups here that you can choose from. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, this will be group number 4, and this group will be number 5. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose the group that speaks to you the most, the group that catches your eye, and that group will be your group. And if you need any more time to choose, you can just pause the video. But if you don't need any more time, then just head down to the description box below and find the timestamp for your particular group and click on that, and your reading should appear in front of you. And while you're down there in the description box below, make sure to check out my guide on how to book a personal reading from me. I love doing personal readings for you guys. It's always a pleasure. So please check that out. But let's focus on this reading right here. Choose your group and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. You chose this Jolanda Tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 1, the people who will choose group number 1? How will December month be like for group number 1? What will happen in December for group number 1? I feel like there's going to be a huge relief. Like something is going to come to an end and you're going to be happy that it's finally done. Like you've finally finished something, and I think there is definitely gonna be this feeling of like this joyful feeling that now you don't have to stress about this anymore. It's out of the picture. It's done. It's over. Now you can think about something else. Now you can start thinking about something fun, because this, like, I feel like there is something that has been consuming everything in your life in the past, maybe in the past month or maybe the past few months, I don't know. But I feel like it's something that just has been such a big stress factor in your life where you felt like you couldn't really do the things that you usually enjoy doing because you felt guilty, or maybe you still feel guilty right now whenever you do something fun or something just for you, because you feel like you have to constantly think about this thing that you have to finish. And I feel like you're going to finish it in December and it's going to be so relieving. It's going to relieve the stress. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be like a burden off your shoulder. Like you're going to get that burden off your shoulder. You're going to feel lighter. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be a very good moment of relief. And I don't know if this is an exam or a school project or something like that, or like a passion project, or I don't know, or something in your career, something job related, I don't know. But I feel like it's just going to be over and it's done, and you're going to be happy that it's over, and you're going to be happy with the result. You're not going to be sad about the result. You're going to be happy. You're going to be proud of yourself that you got through it, and also got a good result from it. Like so. Yeah. I'm going to shuffle and see what the cards have to say about December. What's going to happen in December for you, group number 1. Okay, with the Empress. So, well, if some of you have been trying to get a child, like trying to get pregnant, if that is like, that could also be like the struggle that you've been through, like for some of you, where this has been very consuming and time consuming, and like, you know, a big stress factor. Maybe that is going to be the relief that you're finally going to get pregnant. But I know that's specific for some of you. It's not for all of you. If you haven't been trying to get pregnant, then I don't think you're going to get pregnant, because I don't feel like this. I don't feel like it's something, you know, unwanted or like shocking. Like it seems like it's more of a relief because of great efforts finally paying off. And of course that could also be, you know, symbolic for, you know, giving birth to a passion project, or like finally, you know, releasing something that you've been working on for a long time. And also there's bees on this Empress's dress, like, and bees are very productive, and I feel like you have been very productive, and you've been working really hard in the past month or in the past few months, and I feel like December is going to be the month where it's finally paying off. You finally see the results, the fruits of your labor. Like it's gonna all kind of make sense. Why you've been pushing this, like why you've been trying, like like I feel like intuitively you always knew that this was gonna work out, but I feel like maybe you've been psyching yourself a little bit in the past months or so, like where you've been wondering if this will actually turn out all right, or if it's like maybe you've been having some doubts, even though deep down you have known that it's all gonna like there's gonna be a solution, like you're gonna figure it out, but maybe, yeah. And that's also, if this is like an exam, I feel like you have been, like, I think from the start, I think you've always known that you were capable of, and that you still know it's deep down that you're capable of passing this exam. But I think you might have just had some doubts about, maybe not about passing, but about finishing, that you've been afraid that you won't be able to make it in time. But I feel like you will. For very few of you, I know this is a little bit silly, but I have to say it. So if you have a dog and you've been trying to, you know, get your dog pregnant and get puppies, maybe it's a special breed, and so it's very important for you to, you know, that it's important that your dog gets pregnant, because then you can, you know, sell the puppies, and like maybe there's something like that. I don't know. It's kind of a little bit vague in my mind, but I feel like December month could be the month where your dog gets pregnant. Also, like so it could also be that, and that could be a joyful thing, because that's maybe something you've been working on making happen. Like, you know. I'm gonna shuffle more about December for you. Group number 1. What will happen in December for group number 1? with the Tower, well, one of the things about this Tower on this card here is that there are no people falling out of the Tower. Usually there are people falling out. So when I see this illustration without the people there, I feel like the Tower could be one of, like, it could be a little bit softened, like the meaning of the Tower here, and I feel like that is the case for all of you. I don't think it's like I feel like it is a softened Tower, because I feel like there could be something that could feel a little bit like it crumbles your world, that everything is just crumbling, everything, like like sometimes when we're really stressed out, when everything is just overwhelming, then the smallest little thing can make it seem like everything is crumbling, everything is just going to the shitter, like down the shitter, yeah, but yeah, that everything is, you know, like that it's like, yeah, and I think it's more like you should be watchful of this, because I feel like, or not watchful, but maybe have it in mind that when this thing comes, remember that it's really not that big of a deal. It's such a small thing, and that maybe you should think that maybe it's because of the stress, like that it could be the stress playing games with you, like playing mind games, like it's not really that bad, and it could be like, you know, it could be a small thing, like a small setback, like for instance, with, like, if you are studying for an exam, they might change the date of the exam, like right before the exam, and it's going to feel like your whole world is like, yeah, is darkening, and everything is it just seems pointless, and you feel like it's like terrible news that you can't really move past. Like at the moment when you get the news, you're going to feel like there's no way out of this, that this is just, you have that you could just as well just give up when something like that happens, because sometimes it just feels so overwhelming when things change, like when we have set our whole schedule to one thing and then suddenly we have to reschedule. And I think you just have to maybe, yeah, hold on. Don't let that small little obstacle tear you down. Like it's not worth it, because it's like, even though it seems really big when it happens, it's not such a big thing. It's not going to change the outcome even. Like it's just going to feel that way. It's going to feel like a Tower moment, but it's not. So, yeah. I'm going to shuffle more. About what's going to happen in December. Okay, with Queen of Wands here, there is a frog here. So there is maybe some love. There could be something something love related happening. But it feels like it could be one of those things where you're going to kiss a frog and hope that this frog is going to turn into a prince, and then like maybe they don't, And so I'm just gonna warn you, because there is maybe someone who, like, I feel like you already know this. Like, it's someone from your past. This person might get lonely around December and feel very nostalgic about your connection and your past, like your relationship, the relationship you two had with each other. I feel like this could be an ex of yours, or someone you used to date, or someone that you just had a romantic connection with. And this person, like, this person might hit you up, like, yeah, because this person hasn't found anybody else, like, throughout the year, and now suddenly there's a lot of family things going on, and this person is maybe looking for someone around, like, someone they can, be with around the holidays. Maybe first of all to maybe make the holidays a little bit less lonely, but then also, because there's some pressure from their family to find someone, and maybe they want to kind of rekindle with you just because they want to tell their family that they are actually seeing somebody. So there is something like that going on. And just don't necessarily fall for it. I don't think this person is a bad person. I feel like you also have a little bit of a sweet spot for this person, because it's like, this person is kind of useless, but maybe this person is kind of hot, like maybe quite attractive, and so that might weigh up for some of the things that this person lacks in, like, this person has certain things. I feel like, this is also someone who smokes on this card here, like, so, and this is smoking a pipe, and there's I'm kind of sensing that this could be someone who smokes weed, or just someone who is maybe a little bit unserious, like someone who doesn't have their life completely in order, like everything is a little bit chaotic, and they might live in a van, or like there's just a lot of things where you might feel like this person is not boyfriend or girlfriend material at all, but they are attractive and possibly could give you, like, I know that this is kind of going against the whole pregnancy thing, so I feel like for some of you are already in a relationship, and so then I don't think this person is going to hit you up. But I feel like if you are single and this is just about some kind of passion project or something like that, then you're probably not going to get pregnant, yes. And then I think it might be this person here from the past who's going to hit you up. You're not going to get pregnant by this person. Maybe you are, like, if you want to. Like, you could, this person could be, like, there are, I feel like you have already thought about this before, like that, well, this person is very useless and someone you don't want to be in a relationship with, but this person is very handsome and pretty and seems to have very good genes, as like physically. This person might be very tall, or might just have very great features in their face, and like it just might be like, maybe you've thought about like what your genes and their genes could make, could create, like that it could maybe be a good blend of genes, and that maybe you've thought about like why not kind of have a child with this person, because this person is not going to be involved, but maybe you don't even want that. Maybe some of you want to be single moms, like if you're a woman, then this might be something you're not completely like dissatisfied with, or could possibly be happy with that arrangement if you like, yeah, that it's better, like it's cheaper than a donor, like, so, and it's kind of, it does kind of seem like this would be just as good as a donor, because like, this person is gonna, yeah, keep away from the, like this person is not gonna take responsibility, like the responsibility is like like something that this person doesn't really, like this, it's not a word in their vocabulary, so it's maybe the perfect match. Like, I know it's kind of sad for the baby who's gonna, you know, who's gonna grow up with a deadbeat dad, but you know, the child would have a very good mother. So I don't know. But I still, like, I don't know, I wouldn't advise you to do this, but I'm just gonna say that I get it, like I understand the sentiment, just so you know, like, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about what's gonna happen in December for you. With the nine of Cups, I feel like you're gonna wish upon a star, and I feel like you're gonna actually get your wish granted. So there is definitely some kind of wish coming true. I don't know if it has to do with your career, or like, or if it's like pregnancy, or if it's like something, but I feel like something that you have been wanting for maybe a long time is gonna come through in December. Like, very beautiful actually. Like, and so, yeah, don't be afraid of like of accidentally getting pregnant, because it's not like that. It's something that you want. It's something that you have been wishing for. So and not, like, it does seem like it could be also like some kind of achievement, like something that you've been working for a long time, like something that you've really put in a lot of effort into, like I don't know if you have been like thinking about starting a business, or like writing a book, or like, or you know, making a website or something. I feel like you're gonna finish it in December, and you're gonna be proud of that you, because it, and I feel like the result of it is gonna be good. You're gonna be happy with it, because it's gonna be a wish come true. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about December for you, group number 1. With a strength card, I feel like you're going to be very strong in December. I feel like you're also going to be in a strong position, like competitively. Like, if you do something that is competitive, something where you have a lot of competitors that you are, you know, competing against, then I feel like you're going to be in a strong position. You're going to, yeah, you're, you're also like there is something about well, there is something about a Leo here. Like, I don't know if this person here, the weed smoking frog that is that probably isn't going to be a prince if you kiss it, you know, this person could be a Leo, and I feel like the thing is like that this Leo could possibly be adaptable, or there is a possibility that you could maybe, you know, get this person on track. But of course it's not your responsibility, but I feel like you're a very strong person. You're very you're very good at giving advice, and I feel like you have a healing effect on people. And I feel like you have maybe done something similar before when where you've kind of, you know, gotten into somebody's like that you've been like, maybe you meddled in somebody's life before, and it turned out really good. Like you really changed somebody's life by speaking your mind, by telling them how you perceive them and how you perceive. Like, I know that you shouldn't change a person, especially a person who you're, you know, dating or thinking about dating, or someone who wants to date you. Like, it's not like, I know that you should of course accept the person as they are, or find someone that you accept fully, but I feel like there is some potential here for growth, and I don't think this person necessarily wants to be the way they are. Like, I think this person is the way they are because of a lot of, you know, a lot of outside influences, like things that have happened in their life that might have made this person very stagnant and passive, and made this person, you know, expect very little out of life, to the point where this person is just okay with just living a below average kind of living, like where it's just become like the new normal for this person, where I think this person, I feel like it has something to do with low self-esteem, not really feeling like they deserve more, that they feel like this is what they deserve, like they deserve a life where they are on drugs, living in a van, or like kind of being halfway on the street. Like, I don't know if that's the case necessarily, but I feel like this person has, you know, settled for a life that is beneath them, and I think you could maybe make them realize that they could actually expect more out of life than they do, and maybe you could do it in a nice way, as you have done before. I feel like you have been very I feel like you have been a very changing factor in somebody's life before, where you really turned somebody's life around by talking to them, by, you know, by having a conversation that was very fruitful, and by meeting the person where they are, and not pouring judgment over them, but finding some common ground that could be built on somehow, and I think you could do the same towards this person, and I don't think there are anyone who are like fundamentally evil or like a bad person, and I don't think this person is. I don't think this. I just think this person is in a situation that where they don't take responsibility, because they don't even take responsibility over their own life. How would they take responsibility of like anything in their life that isn't like they just have given up on a lot of things, and I feel like you could help. And if this is not like in the rare case that this is not an ex, this is just something that occurred to me, that if this is not an ex, then it could be someone else in your life who is really in need of someone who can come in and meddle and, you know, be a little bit too much and take a little bit too much, no, I think this person needs someone to, shake them and make them realize that what they are doing to themselves, it's not healthy, it's not good for them, it's not good for anybody around them, and it's sad to see. So yeah. But I feel like it's going to be December is going to be a month of change. Like you're going to finish something, but there's also something new that's going to start, or you're going to make a new start in somebody else's life. And I feel like there's a lot in December that you're going to be proud of, where you're going to be proud of your efforts, proud of yourself, proud of what you've accomplished, and proud of the efforts that you put into everything you do, like, and the people that you meet, and I think it's, yeah, I think it's going to be a good month for you. So hold on, keep on going. Like if you're on the verge of giving up on something, keep bulldozing through, like, because it's gonna pay off. Don't give up, and don't give up hope, because there's like you need the hope, you need the wishes, because in order for your wishes to be granted, you need to wish for something. So yeah, but yeah, I think that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 2, the people who will choose group number 2? How will December be like for group number 2? What will happen in December for group number 2? Okay, I'm sensing that a lot of you are going to be reading a lot in December month. I feel like some of you have some kind of goal for the year, like for 2023, that you set, like, yeah, that you set last year, or like in January this year, like that you set some goal that you wanted to read 20 books or something in 2023, and maybe you're a little bit behind on that goal. So maybe you want to like try to achieve that goal, like, or maybe you just had 10 books. Like 20 books is a little bit much, I think. But maybe there is like a list. Like I feel like some of you had a list that you created, that you wanted, like some books that you wanted to finish before the year ended. And I feel like that is something that some of you are going to be working on this year, like working on this commitment that you made to yourself for this year. And I think if you don't have such a goal or such a commitment, I just think you're going to be reading a lot, just in general, just for fun. And maybe you're going to find a very good book that's kind of going to change your mindset and be a big like catalyst in your life to kind of kind of change the way you think about certain things. I just feel like there is a very important book that you're about to read in December that will make a great impact on your life. And maybe even inspire you to want to write something on your own, like, or write your own book, you know. So yeah, that's one thing I'm getting. I know that there's probably gonna happen a lot of other things this December. So what else is gonna happen? I'm gonna channel a little bit more. So what else is gonna happen in December for group number 2? I feel like you're gonna be doing a lot of things that are gonna be meditative for you. Like, it's gonna help you stress down a little bit and get a little bit more tranquility in your life. Like, I feel like there's also, like, I don't know if you have like such like a serenity candle or something. I don't know. It's very specific, but I just feel like you're really gonna be connected to that candle. It sounds all very cozy. I feel like your December month is gonna be very cozy. Like, you're gonna spend a lot of evenings just doing something that is meditative, like either reading a book or crocheting or like doing some knitting or like doing some kind of arts and crafts, or like something where you just feel like you can relax completely. I feel like some of you are very creative, and I feel like maybe you will be making some of your presents. I know that some of you might not be Christmas people, so I don't know if some of you don't participate in those holiday rituals or whatever, you know. But if you are like, if there's going to be Christmas in your life, like I don't know, I guess you wouldn't be watching this. I don't know. I just imagine that most of you are probably kind of into Christmas, just because of the aesthetic. Like, I just assumed, but whatever. But I feel like some of you might be getting creative about your Christmas presents, like giving your family or friends some homemade presents, like something that you've like done, like some embroidery, or like maybe you knit scarves or like something. And I think you're gonna have a lot of nice times making these presents, like a lot of coziness, a lot of relaxation. So yeah. But I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about your December month. With the 5 of Wands reversed, it's gonna be a calm month. No drama, no conflicts. everything is going to be smooth sailing, everything is going to be fine. Like, you're going to have a lot of good times with your family and friends, and your partner if you have one, and your children if you have children. Like, or like, I just feel like the people around you, like, it's just all going to be so wholesome. Like, everyone is just going to be nice to you. You're going to be nice to them. You're never going to, you're never going to lose your cool around, like, not in this December at least. But it feels like you're going to stay on top of things. You're not gonna get overstressed out. You're not gonna get overwhelmed to the point where you get angry over small things. Like, sometimes we get so overwhelmed that, like, the smallest little thing can, trigger us to kind of overreact and and lose our cool. And I just think you're not gonna get there at any point in December. Like, I feel like it's going to be a very wholesome December for you. It's going to, like, nobody's going to bother, nobody is going to annoy you. They're probably going to bother you, like, especially if you have children. They will probably be bothering you a lot, but as children do. But I feel like you're not going to get annoyed with it. You're going to be okay with it. There's I feel like it also might have something to do with that book you're going to read that might give you, like, a boost of positivity, where you're just going to be so happy with everybody around you. And, like, especially if you're going to be reading some kind of book about someone who had an extremely traumatic life, or someone who lived through Holocaust or something like that, then sometimes we get some perspective and start realizing, well, the people around us are not really... at least, then we start cherishing the people around us, and I think maybe you're gonna have, like, that, like, something happen, like, or some kind of, like, maybe it's gonna be a book, maybe it's gonna be a movie, maybe it's like, but it's some kind of fictional, like, not non-fiction possibly, or fictional kind of story, like, I don't know, but that's gonna make you just feel like, everything is good. At least you have your family, and at least you have the people around you, and I just I feel like you're also gonna be, like, very much in the Christmas spirit if you're a Christmas person. But yeah, I feel like you're gonna get into it. You're gonna, like, you're gonna make the most out of the December month, and make it magical, especially for the children within your family. Like, so yeah. I'm gonna shuffle some more cards for you, group number 2. About December. Yeah, with the 4 of Cups reversed, I feel like you're gonna be saying yes to a lot of things in December. Like, I feel like you're gonna maybe make some kind of commitment to do so. Like, maybe you're gonna, like, decide that you're gonna say yes whenever someone comes up with an idea. Like, if someone wants to go somewhere or do something, like, if someone, like, invites you to do something, I think you're just gonna say yes to everything, like, and especially the fun things. I think maybe sometimes, like, maybe in the past you might have said no to certain things because you felt overwhelmed, like that. And maybe you regretted it later, that maybe you should have participated more in these, especially family stuff. Like, maybe you feel like you've missed out on some family stuff because you had a lot of things to do, or, like, that you were too busy or too stressed out, and it was just easier to, prioritize something else over some quality time with the family. That maybe it was also a way to keep afloat, like keep yourself over water, to kind of take away the thing that would just have stressed you out. But I feel like this year, this December month, it's going to be different because you're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to be stressed out. Things are going to seem very possible. Like everything will, like every time someone comes up with an idea, you're just going to feel like, well, why not? Like, why not go to a Christmas market, or why not go to some kind of event, or like some festival, or like I just feel like there's going to be a I feel like you're also just going to have a lot of good moments because you're going to invite everything in and allow everybody into your life who really desperately wants to be with you, like wants to talk to you, wants to hang out with you, and it's a blessing. And I think you're going to realize what a blessing it actually is. Like, and I don't think it's because you haven't realized that before. Like I think you realized that the previous years too, but I just think you were too overwhelmed or too stressed out to kind of cherish it. So yeah. And with the Page of Swords, I feel like you're gonna do a lot of things that also like that are also selfish things that only you like, that you just want to do just for you. And I think the fact that you're going to be prioritizing you and what you want to do and what you like, and doing these things for you, I think it's gonna result in you being less stressed out and more keen on being with others, and like and doing things with others that you might not want to do, but that you are gonna do for the sake of them, like for their sake, and and to not make them unhappy and sad about it. Like, and I think you're gonna experience how you actually enjoy some things that you might initially think is gonna be unenjoyable. Like and yeah, and I think you're going to be reading, and I think you're going to be yeah. I feel like you're also just going to maybe like do some things where it's building you up, like it's like some self-development, self-empowerment, some kind of, like, maybe this is a book that you're going to be reading, or like that is about like finding yourself, or like changing your mindset, or start prioritizing the things that, like, I don't know, but I just feel like you're going to find some kind of like some empowerment in something. Like, it doesn't have to be like some kind of self-empowerment book, because everything can be empowering. Like, there and I feel like it's just I think you're going to feel empowered in this December month. I think you're going to feel like everything is possible, that there's no limitations, there's no restrictions, and that there's just so many things to be thankful for. Like, and so yeah, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about what your December month has to offer. Oh, these came out too. So I don't know if there was any more that turned. I don't think so. But okay, with the Magician, yeah, I feel like you're gonna be very much on top of things, and I think you're also gonna create magic in this December month. I think you're gonna be the magician. You're gonna be in charge of making the magic, making things magical for maybe your own children or your cousins or your nephews or nieces, and like getting into that role of being the one that I think you're gonna come up with some kind of idea to do some kind of like a scavenger hunt, or like some kind of some kind of fun activity, like Christmas activity, that's also gonna be very magical, like something that's gonna create some wonder in the children and make them wonder if it's real or not. Or I don't know. I just feel like you can actually, like in this December month, it's very possible to be a magician because it's all about magic. It's all and it's so easy to create actually. Like it's just small illusions, like having some like yeah, putting some elves certain places, and then like as the children like look the other way, then suddenly the elf is somewhere else, like, and like certain things like that, where it's kind of easy to trick children, like they and it's so giving, like there's a lot of beauty that can be created out of lying to children. Like it's a beautiful thing, especially this time of year. Like, and so with the 9 of Wands, I feel like you're gonna be very, very strong. And I feel like maybe the past years there has been a little, there has been some holes in the foundation. Like it's been a little bit hard to keep, like maybe hard to keep the family together because of things happening. Certain people, like there might have been some, it could also, like, with the pandemic, that was of course a thing, but and also like there might have happened some things in your family, things that really turned things a little bit depressing around Christmas time. Like there might have been some experiences, some accidents, or like some illness in the family, or like something that just kind of put like a little bit of a lid on the fun, like where the fun didn't really get to unfold in the way that it was supposed to. And I think this year there's just a new chance to actually make it magical, make it beautiful, and make it fun and enjoyable. And so with the 7 of Swords, well, this is about trickery, and it's the month of trickery, and I think you're gonna be very good at tricking children and making like these small illusions, making them believe that Santa is real and stuff like that I think is gonna just create so much joy for you and the children. And and like this is like this is someone who, like, this is kind of like Santa, it's the the parents dressing up like Santa, kind of like, sneaking around with presents before the children wake up, so that the children don't find out that it's actually just the parents being like, you know, it's a beautiful time of year. I think it is. I think you're just gonna have a very good time. I feel like it's gonna be cozy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very enjoyable. It doesn't seem like there's any obstacles that are gonna come your way. I think everything is just gonna be smooth sailing. Everything's gonna be fine, and I think you're gonna make the most of this. Like it's gonna be good. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Group number 2. I hope this reading was helpful. And if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day. And bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose this Mops Tarot deck. And I'm going to start with some channeling. And then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question? For group number 3, the people who will choose group number 3, what will the December month be like for group number 3? What will happen this December month for group number 3? Okay, I feel like there's something freaky that's going to happen. But that's maybe only for some of you. I feel like you might get an experience, like a spiritual one, like a psychic experience. I feel like maybe you're going to go into like a very old house, like a little bit like a haunted house. It's not really a haunted house though. Like it's not like labeled as a haunted house. It's just haunted. So it's and like I don't know. It's just an old house. I don't know how you are like what connection you have to this house, since you're gonna be in this house. Maybe it's gonna be where you're gonna be throughout the holidays, or I don't know if it's gonna be like a summer, like not a summer house. It's of course the holidays, but you know, it's I guess in Denmark you call a summer house like just a house that you can, you know, be in the year out. Like it's not just for summer. Like so, I guess maybe that got lost in translation there, but that doesn't matter. But there could be some, it feels like you're going to be in a house, an old house, and it's not going to be freaky in a bad way. It's just going to be like an experience. And I don't think it's going to be it's not going to be a scary experience. It's going to be something that's just going to happen, like where someone's going to reach out to you, possibly, maybe even through a dream, if it's not directly to you, but like you might get some very, very real dreams in this house, where it just feels like you're seeing somebody's life story just being played in front of you, like and I feel like you're gonna know something about the people who might have lived in the house before. Like you're gonna get some information. Like it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be a good experience, because it's gonna open up something for you, where you're gonna also maybe, like I feel like some of you are maybe just psychic, and so maybe it's not gonna be that big of an experience. Maybe it's just kind of like a Tuesday for you. Like it's not anything eventful to have somebody reach out to you, but so I feel like for some of you that's just something that happens regularly, but I feel like for others of you this could be your first experience, and as the first experience I feel like it's going to be a a catalyst to a lot of, you know, new experience. Like where I feel like when a psychic person has like one experience, it's like a snowball effect. Like it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like it's you know, the gift. It's gonna start out like just with one, like a little snowflake, and just, you know, grow and develop. And I think it's I feel like it's gonna be a very wonderful kind of experience. Also maybe a little bit scary, but not scary to the point where you're like gonna be frightened out of your mind. It's just gonna be a little bit different. And yeah. So I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about what's gonna happen for you in December. Okay. With the King of I guess it's King of Pentacles. I think the sausages are Pentacles. Yeah, the King of Pentacles reversed. You might like, because this person has grapes on its clothing, and this came out reversed, and grapes makes me think about wine. And I feel like maybe December is gonna be a month where I feel like you're not gonna get, you know, like maybe you're gonna make a decision not to drink this December, or like maybe or maybe you don't drink at all. I don't know, but I just feel like this is going to be a month where you have a lot of clarity, and some of the clarity could come from you not numbing it down with some substance, like with alcohol, like, because that it's quite normal, or it's not, it's just usual that someone with psychic abilities, especially the kind of psychic abilities where you're bombarded, like, because I feel like some of you are very psychic, and so those of you where it's just a normal Tuesday, whenever there's like some ghosts hanging out with you, like, and like telling you their life story. If it's like something where you're like, it's kind of getting boring now, like it's something that happens so much to you, if that is the case for you, then I feel like some of you might numb it down with alcohol. That it's very usual. It's like, don't be ashamed of that, even though it's not necessarily the most like, I don't think it's the best way to, you know, fix the problem, but I just want you to know that it's something that many people do who have psychic abilities. It's kind of because alcohol tends to get it a little bit, you know, a little bit, it's like it goes a little bit away, like it's like ghosts don't want to talk to you when you're drunk, and nobody wants to talk to you when you're drunk, and so it makes sense. So, and it's a very good way to kind of, you know, repel, and you know, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's the best way to handle this, but of course it's not. Like, it's, I don't know. I'm not going to be like sanctimonious and say that you shouldn't drink to keep to numb this down. But like but it's, I feel like maybe some of you are going to make a decision for this December to kind of stay sober, and that could mean that you're going to have a lot of experiences, but maybe there is something okay about, you know, just letting it happen, like allowing it in and kind of you know, and maybe even have, like, I feel like maybe talking to the people around you, you know, talking about what you're experiencing. Like, I know that you should, of course, know your audience. Like, if your family are non-believers and believe you're kind of crazy, then maybe they are not the best audience to talk to. But maybe talk to people who are like-minded, people who like people who believe you, and talk about the things that you experience. Like talk about what you're receiving of, like, information, like and maybe the sharing of information can kind of you know, it might not make it go away, but it might make the, you know, make the spirit that is kind of trying to reach out. It could make the spirit feel heard, and kind of get a certain feeling of, like, that their story is being shared, and it could maybe make them, like, you know, keep at a distance, because now they have shared, and now you're sharing it further, and so maybe the job is done. Like, you know, I don't know, but it could also be, like, if you're if you have a platform, like, you know, maybe posting videos about it, like on YouTube or on TikTok, or like talking about what, like, or just sharing these stories that you get, or like this information that you get, like, just of course, I don't know, it some people might not believe you, but some people will, and it's like, doesn't really matter if people believe or not. It's just about getting it out there, for the sake of the story, for the sake of the person who wants this story to be shared. Like, there's also a little bit of an, I guess, of course, no prophets want to be prophets. Like, that's the whole thing, that you have, of course, not decided to be psychic, and so all this responsibility to have to share these stories because you've received them, it's a lot of responsibility, and it's a responsibility that isn't necessarily one that first of all, you haven't asked for it, and second of all, it can be a little bit of a burden. And I get that you can't share all these stories, but you can, you know, share some of them just to your near friends, your sister or brother, or like someone, because it doesn't have to be shared on a grander scale. Like, sometimes it's just a spirit who wants just to have, like, a few people know. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that needs to be like, and it, like, I don't know, I can't really tell what but it's like, that was just something that came, that I felt the need to share. So I don't know. And with the judgment reversed, I feel like this December month, like, even though, like, maybe you're afraid of judgment, like maybe some of you haven't completely come to terms with your psychic abilities. Like, maybe some of you are still in the stages where you're in grief over having this, like, where you feel like it's a burden. It's something where it just kind of distracts you from doing the things that you feel pressure to do, and like that it kind of gets in the way of you living a normal life. And maybe that you also find it a little bit, unsexy in a way where like it's not necessarily the best pickup line to, if you like, usually psychic people, like it's kind of like, coming out as psychic, it's kind of like coming out as gay. Like there is a stigma to it, and you will be judged by some people, and then there will be other people who will be rooting for you. But it is always like hard. But if you are in those phases where you haven't really opened up about it to everyone, like if you haven't talked to your family about it, or if you haven't shared it with anyone, like then I feel like maybe you're afraid of a judgment. And of course now I've kind of confirmed your fear by saying that people are definitely gonna judge you, because that is the reality. But people, like with this judgment card being reversed, I feel like the people that you think are going to judge you are not actually the ones who are going to judge you. Like I don't think your family would. Even if they are atheists, even if they are non-believers, even if they are like the opposite of spiritual, and might even like sometimes make fun of woo-woo and like people who believe in certain stuff. But I think if you opened up to them, I think they would believe you. Like they might be a little bit skeptical of the whole spiritual community and people who claim to be psychics like all around the world, but they might believe in you because they believe what you have to say, and they might believe in your experiences, even if they are skeptical. I guess I think there is a difference. Sometimes like it depends on the person. Like if like I feel like they see you as very trustworthy. I think they see you as someone who wouldn't be claiming these things if it wasn't true. Like, and so yeah. So I think you should definitely consider coming out to your family as a psychic, or as gay, if that's also something that you are kind of keeping to yourself at the moment. But like if you are gay, of course, like not if you're not. But yeah. I think you would be positively surprised that you're actually going to get support. And maybe there might be one or two people within your family who's going to be a little bit skeptical, but then you're going to get a lot of support from the people who actually believe you, who trusts you, and so that, yeah. And might even start believing in spirituality because you open up about it. Like, because sometimes it's just because people haven't really met somebody who's a psychic. Like sometimes it's because they don't really know anyone who has certain abilities, and so they feel like it's a hoax, like it's a big scam. But if they actually knew someone in their life, and could actually get even get a little bit of confirmation about these visions that you have. Like if you could say something to them that actually is convincing, like convinces. Like I don't think you have to prove it. That's not what I'm saying. But I think you will prove it, though. Like because I think the things that you're gonna share with your family when you open up about this, I think it is gonna be proof enough for them to actually believe you. So with the Six of Pentacles, reversed. I feel like this December month, I feel like you're gonna get more than you give, which is maybe gonna be different from the past months where maybe you feel like you have been the one kind of taking initiative. Maybe you feel like, especially if you have some friends or some or if you have a partner where you feel like you've been constantly just, you know, that you've been working for this friendship, and that you've been putting in the effort, but maybe you feel like the effort has not been reciprocated, like that you feel like you're the only one fighting to keep in touch. Like, but I think in December I feel like it's gonna feel like these people are starting, or at least one of these people, like one of your friends or one from your family, that is gonna reach out to you and start putting in some work. And I think also this could, like, if you this could be about Christmas gifts. Like maybe you're gonna get more Christmas gifts than you give, but that's maybe, like, I don't know if but that could also be a message here. With the Eight of Wands, no, sorry, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. I feel like, well, there might be some things that you're going to keep a little bit to yourself. And I feel like there is some advice here that you shouldn't. That if you keep everything to yourself, nothing is going to change. Then December is going to be a month like every other month. Like if you don't go, like, because I feel like you might have avoided some things, like, or might have the instinctual feeling that some things needs to be avoided, like that some family stuff. Like maybe you have a big family, maybe you don't like all of them, maybe there are some of them that you actually hate or just don't really care to spend time with, because they always have something dumb to say, and that they are like, maybe you have like I feel like there might be like a branch of your family that might just be like filled with bad seeds, like and maybe your family, like your nuclear family, might know this, and they might make fun of it, that it's not really a pleasure to visit these people, because they might be like very opinionated about things that are like a little bit uncharming, like, and they might be very traditional or like extremely narrow-minded or something like that, or I don't know, racist, like, or and maybe have like this whole, like they might still talk about how everybody is dying because of the corona vaccine, like that they might still to this day claim that like every time somebody dies, every time an actor dies out of like old age, like it's because of the vaccine. And I feel like there might be some people like that in your family, that it's just a little bit, you know, a little bit tiresome to talk to these people, like and that like it gets a little bit much to like have to dive into that rabbit hole that they are like engaged in, like that it's you know, And maybe you have this feeling like that it would just be easier to avoid this and not go and just stay home, because it would it would just be easier. But I think this card is kind of saying that keep at it, like do it anyways, because if it's terrible, then you have some fun story to say, to tell people afterwards. Like then, like there will always be something that you can use. Like it's just material. It's like you can think about it as if you like try to pretend that you're a comedian and you're just collecting material here. Like that's why you go. Like it's just to have something to make fun of. And maybe it's maybe it's going to be okay. Like sometimes it's a humbling, like not like sometimes it's just a good experience to kind of meet some people that are essentially like terrible, because it makes us feel good about ourselves. Like then we at least are not that bad. Like it's a good comparison. It's good to have perspective, and so hanging out with terrible people is a very good way to get perspective. So yeah, and I think stop avoiding things that could potentially become very funny for you personally. You can have your own fun party in your head, like judging these people, but and like this is also making me think about like that. Don't let your fear of people's opinions or don't let that stop you from speaking your mind. Like it could even be fun to kind of like maybe there is like a whole like these people that you visit like around December, who are very opinionated. Like you could voice your opinion too. Like I feel like you might be afraid of doing that. Like maybe you feel like they wouldn't listen, or like that it would just create a lot of conflict or something, if you like kind of like if you told them that they were there, that like told them what you think about their opinion. Like and I think it would be good. I think it would be like, I think they need that. They need someone from the outside to kind of ground them. So maybe you could even help them by showing them the way, kind of helping them figure out that the world is not essentially evil, which is something that conspiracy theorists, like they usually have this, sentiment, like this idea that everybody's out to get them, and to kind of shift that and make them realize that everybody in charge are just people like you and me, and they're just trying to, do what's best, but sometimes they don't really know what's best, but it's not happening out of bad intentions, and it's I don't know, but maybe helping them get a little bit less of a cynical way of looking at the world, and maybe it could even give some interesting conversations. Like it could make for some interesting talks. So yeah. But I feel like you could also just avoid all the things that are annoying or like bothersome, and And that is also a choice that you can make. But if you do that, I feel like nothing is going to change this month. Then things are just going to stay the same. Things are going to be like stagnant, or not stagnant, but maybe it's not that bad. Like if you like how things are right now, then it wouldn't be so bad if nothing changes in December. Like so you can you have a choice here to avoid bad situations by just not going to see your family, or not really attending certain family events. You can choose to like not share with your family your psychic experiences, and in that way you can avoid some possible judgment that won't actually happen, but you could avoid that then too. But if you don't do any of this, it's just going to be another month just like the last month. Like that's just what I'm getting here, is that that you can make the change that December could give you. Like you could be there. I feel like there's nothing like shocking that's going to happen out of like not anything around you that like in your environment that isn't like ghosts and spirits. Like that will happen nonetheless. But I feel like nothing shocking, nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing like nobody's going to stir up some drama with you. Like nobody is like. There could be some small drama if you don't go to a certain family event, but the drama will be short. And if you have a good, a good reason not to go, like if you have an excuse, then people won't go there. Like people won't be questioning you then I think it's okay. Like if you say you have diarrhea and can't go, like then people will be understanding. But yeah. But I think that's all I have for you. Group number 3, I hope this reading was helpful. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 4. You chose this Tarot Cats tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 4, the people who will choose group number 4? What will happen in December for group number 4? Okay, I'm sensing that you need to pay attention to the details here. Like there are some things in your life that might need your attention right now, like something like some kind of form. Like I know this isn't really about what your December is going to be like right now. Like this is just something that's coming through. I just want to get this out there, like that I feel like there is something that isn't completely done, like something that you might have procrastinated. Like there might be something where you felt like I'm gonna do it next week, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I don't want to spoil the evening with this thing, like, or something like that. And I feel like maybe it's a good idea to get it done, like, because you might forget about it, and if you forget about it, it might have some consequences. And like, or if you procrastinate it too much, you're gonna be in such a rush when you start doing it that you might lose sight on some of the details, some of the most important things in this thing. Like I feel like some of you might have an exam that you might have procrastinated, and I feel like now is the time to stop procrastinating, because it could end up with, like, I hate to paint the devil on the wall, but if you keep procrastinating, you're gonna fail. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but that's the name of the game. That is how it is. Like, because yeah, of course, if you don't do it, if you don't get it done, you're gonna fail. So so please do that. Please stop procrastinating. Get it done and pay attention to the description of the exam. Like, if this is an exam, pay attention to the description, like what the assignment is, like what does your teacher want you to do, like try to really meditate over it, like really pay attention to every word and make sure that you haven't misunderstood something, because I feel like you're going to be so stressed out when you start doing this exam or this project or whatever. Like, you're going to be so stressed out that you might just miss the description, like the exam description. You're going to just, rush through it and then just start writing something, and then maybe like a day before you have to, deliver it, like the day before the deadline, you might realize that you misunderstood the whole thing, and then you have to rush, like really rush through and like change it all and like start over. And I feel like this could all be avoided if you just like calm down, start a little bit early, like start now, do it now, and try not to rush it so much that you don't pay attention to the important things, and pay attention to the details. When you're done with it, read it through a few times, because I feel like there could be some small mistakes that you could avoid getting criticism on if you catch them early. So if this is not an exam, it could be something job related. I just feel like this is a month where you need to pay attention to the details and read everything. Like, if you have a form, or like have something that you have to sign, like if you're signing a lease, or like if you're buying a house, or like anything like that, make sure to read the papers, read it all, and don't sign anything before you've read everything. Like, so I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say. Okay, with the 9 of Cups. Well, this, like, I feel like December is a month where you are going to achieve something, but the result is kind of a little bit of a mystery at the moment, because of, the future is ever changing. And if you start to like make a change now, like if you start writing your essay or your assignment or your exam papers, like if you write it now, right now, start writing it, start doing the research, start doing it now, you have a very good chance of achieving brilliantly. But it really depends on the effort that you put in, the fact checking, and like making sure that you have everything under control and everything is in order. Like, then I think there is a very good chance that you're gonna get a better result than you expect. So that's just something I want to put out there, because I feel like you can actually juggle a lot of glasses at once, like this cat here. But make sure, but remember that that like, because this cat is also exposing itself, if you look closely, then like there is like, you could easily end up exposing that you have done it last minute. You might have, like, even if you do everything last minute here, you might still succeed, but it might be noticeable that you did it in a rush. And the people who have to look through what you've done, like the people who will give you the result of this, like they are gonna take that into consideration, that they know that you haven't put the effort in that maybe some of your classmates or co-workers have put in. Like, I know that shouldn't be a factor that should play into the grading, but sometimes it does. So yeah. But if it's not about like an exam, or if it's not something job related, like, I don't know if you have some kind of passion project, something that you have been thinking about publishing, like make sure to read it through. Like make sure that there aren't any like, you know, any errors that could have been found and fixed before you published it. Like, I don't know if there's some kind of retrograde, or like some kind of Mercury retrograde or something. I don't know. But like, I feel like there is something in, like, I feel like especially in your life right now, I feel like there might be a factor, like something at play, like something in the air that kind of makes, like, there's, I don't know, there might be some things that you don't notice. Like sometimes we go through some periods in our life where we are not very attentive, like where we end up like making some stupid mistakes just because we didn't really see it. Like we didn't see it the first time. Like and I feel like that is something that's going to happen here. Like if you don't pay attention to it, like if you don't notice this, and if you don't, you know, if you don't change this, like I don't know if you could change it, but like that's not the right word I was looking for. But like I feel like you can actually turn this around. Like it doesn't have to have an impact on your life if you just know that this could be a possibility, like that there could be a possibility that you are going to miss something, and so it's just very important to make sure you don't miss anything. So like, I feel like this could also happen like in your personal life. Like there might be someone who has sent you a message, or will be sending you a message in December, but somehow you're not going to receive it, or you're not going to see it, or it's going to be like swallowed into, like, you know, it might be flushed out, where suddenly it's like at the bottom of your message list, like on Messenger, or in your text messages on your phone. Like you might get a few messages at the same time, and then like the last, like the first one that you received, it will be like at the bottom of the list, and you might end up like not reading it just because it was flushed out by some other text messages, you know. And maybe pay attention to the messages that you get, like and also maybe emails. Like there might be some emails that will go into your spam filter, like that you will end up not seeing because it got archived into like some archive on in your mailbox. So there could also be like, now it's like December is also Christmas time, holidays. Make sure, like if you are sending Christmas cards or Christmas presents abroad or something like that, make sure that the stamps are the right value, because it would just be devastating if you send a Christmas present and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't get there before Christmas because of a stamp, like because of like something silly like that, that just like if you had just, you know, checked it twice, it wouldn't have happened. And I think I feel like there might be something that can easily be avoided, but it would be so regretful if it happened. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about your December month. What's going to happen? What will your December month be like? With the Eight of Wands reversed, I feel like there is going to be some miscommunication. That's also something that you need to watch out for. Like, there might be some things where, like, this when you send text messages to friends or family members in this month, just this December month, be watchful of the way you word things, because you might, like, I feel like there is a possibility that there could be a text message where you have one intention, like you have a good intention with this text message, but it's going to be received completely wrong. Like, and it might be the way that you worded it, or that you're going to word it, that could be understood in two different ways. And so make sure to double check before you send a message. Like, read it through again, see if there's something that could be misunderstood, like something that could mean two things, where it would just be devastating if they understood it the other way. Like, because it's the season to be jolly, and I feel like it's just there's just some small things that, like these small little details that I understand is so easy. Like, it's so easy to make these mistakes, and we have all done them, and we've all been regretful, and like I just don't want you to end up regretting something that's gonna kind of put a shadow on your December month and kind of make it less cheery than it could have been. Like, so yeah. And they might also think about the way you understand text messages, like that you're going to receive this month. Like, you might get a text message from someone where you're going to be very hurt by it. Like, you're going to feel like this was an attack against you, but I need you to sit a little bit longer, be a little bit more patient, sit yourself down, read it again, and ask yourself, could it have been meant in a different way? Was it, like, is it possible that this is not what they actually meant by it? Like, so yeah, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about, like, I feel like I kind of want to know, you know, a little bit about your love life, maybe, what's gonna happen in your love life in December. Okay, Queen of Cups reversed. So maybe your love life is gonna be a little bit stagnated, but I think maybe you all already know that, like that. Well, if you're single right now, you might not be doing anything to to get in a relationship. Like, so maybe you don't have any hopes that something is going to happen in December. Like maybe you feel like that's a little bit unrealistic because you also have so much to do. It feels like this is going to be a busy month for you when it comes to your career or your school work, and like that maybe you feel like this is not the time for love. And I think that's that's understandable, and that can wait. Because that would definitely also fuck something up here. Like I feel like it's maybe wait until things are clearing up. Like if you have an exam, wait until after the exam, because right now you need to be focused. And I'm also getting a message here like that if be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Like I know you wouldn't do anything stupid, but like don't go. I feel like just I of course you should live your life as you please, and I'm like I don't want, like, because I don't want this reading to create some kind of shadow over your December month. I want you to do everything you want to do in December, but please, like, don't go running when there's like frost, like when there's like ice on the road. Like, don't do that. Like that's just an accident bound to happen. And be careful. That's just, I'm not saying that something will happen. I'm saying that something might happen if you don't pay attention to the risks. If you're not careful, or if you do something like something where it's kind of where it's maybe like where it easily could have been avoided if you just use common sense. And I think you are someone who uses common sense, but I think like sometimes we might do something just because, like, especially if we're stressed out, like if we're like doing something like studying for an exam and we just want like to do something else, and like suddenly we get the urge to go for a run, like in the middle of studying, and it seems like a good idea because you want some fresh air and you want some adrenaline and you just want to kind of get your blood pumping, and then you might make such a little bit of an idiotic, decision to do that. If you do it when there's ice on the road, like that's it's just that. Yeah. And so, I guess this whole reading is just a big warning, but it's, and I hate to, but I just want you all to be safe. I want your all's December to be as good as possible. I don't want any accidents. I don't want any misunderstandings. I don't want any failed exams. I just don't want any of that. So, also, if you have like a father or someone in your family who works like on roofs, like fixing roofs for a living, like or a carpenter or like something like that, make sure to have that conversation with your dad, that your dad needs to be careful this month. Like no idiotic decisions to go up on a roof when there's like complete filled with ice on the roof and like everybody can fall down. Like it's not that's like, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm really not, but I feel like if there won't happen anything if your dad just follows the safety precautions, like using a line when when up on a high place, like up on a roof, like using a line, using some kind of equipment that creates safety. Just because it's just so devastating when there's an accident around Christmas time, like and just when there's an accident in general. But you know, with the Knave of Pentacles, I feel like this is a good month for you if you like like I said, I don't know if I said that, but you know, I feel like you could, yeah, I did say that you are good at, especially like if you're a student, if you do something where you have to use your words, like I think you're very good at articulating yourself. I think you're very good at writing a paper, writing essays, writing assignments, like where it's because I feel like when you use the written word, you impress people. People are impressed by it, and you have a way to really captivate an audience. And I think, and I think it's one of the things that makes you very good at at your studies and what you do, and like and. Of course, you should have faith in yourself. Like there's nothing about you that like you like. It's not because of a lack of abilities that you might. I'm not saying that you're going to fail this exam, but I feel like if you keep procrastinating, you're going to fail. And it's not about whether you're good enough or like, because you are good enough. You are definitely good enough. You're very smart and you're very good at your studies. And it would just be such a shame if you, it would be a shame if you got a bad grade when you could have gotten the highest one if you just started a little bit earlier. Like that's just, because you can do it. Like it's not like there are a lot of people who actually start early but still end up failing, and these people, like these are you're nothing like them. And this is maybe also why you sometimes procrastinate, because you know you can. Like you know you can get away with it because you feel like in a way you think it's gonna turn out all right anyways. And that might be true. Like you could still pass even if you procrastinate, but I feel like you could just do so much more than just pass if you start now, if you pay attention to the details, and if you double check everything. I think it's gonna go very well. So yeah. But I think that's all I have for you. Group number 4. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 5. You chose these Medieval Cats Tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 5, the people who will choose group number 5? How will group number 5's December be like? What will it be like? What will happen in December for group number 5? Okay, I'm sensing that there's going to be a development in your love life, actually. I feel like love is gonna be in the air. I feel like somebody is gonna approach you, or if you're in a relationship, I feel like there's gonna be a development in the relationship, and I feel like it's just gonna be a very romantic month for you. I feel like you're gonna have some luck in your love life. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about what's gonna happen in December for you, group number 5. Okay, with the 6 of Pentacles, I'm sensing that this is going to be a very giving month. Like, it's going to be a very generous month. It's going to, there is going to happen a lot. The universe is going to be generous with you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of gifts coming into your life, a lot of both like literal gifts, like Christmas gifts, but also like gifts like love, like someone coming your way, like an encounter with possibly your soulmate, finding your soulmate. I feel like maybe if you are on a dating app, I feel like maybe you have gotten a little bit tired of being on this dating app, because I feel like some of you have not had a lot of luck with it. Like you feel like you have been texting some very shady people, like some people who are like, terrible. But I feel like someone actually sane is gonna be texting you, and I think it's like, this is actually someone who's normal, who's not gonna be like a walking red flag, like someone who's actually very wholesome, very nice, like polite, someone who respects you, like someone who also honors your privacy, like someone who's not gonna ask you about your sexual preferences before the first date, like someone who's actually, you know, decent, like a decent person. And if you're in a relationship, I just feel like there's gonna be a development. Like I feel like the person that you are partnered up with, they could like, well, I don't want to get your hopes up, but for some of you, this person could pop the question, like, but I don't want to get your hopes up. Like I feel like that it's nobody wants to get disappointed, like on Christmas Eve. Like it's a little bit, you know, it's like, that's also why I don't want to do a reading about Christmas presents, even though I know that some people have, like some tarot readers have been doing Christmas present readings, and I kind of like the idea, and I like the whole idea of keeping it seasonal, like keeping the holiday spirit and all of that, and but I don't want to disappoint people by like saying that somebody's gonna get something and then they don't. Like because general readings, like they can't, like they're not always like completely, you know, 100% correct. So yeah, but it definitely seems like you're going to be getting something, you're going to be giving something. There's going to be a very good balance between give and take. I feel like, especially around the people around you, like your family and friends, I feel like you're going to feel like you're getting something in return for your efforts. Like when you, like you're going to feel like there's a balance. Like you're not just the only one trying. Like, so Like, and I feel like that's also what I'm getting about this love. That's like, if you're single, I feel like you're gonna find someone where it's gonna be so amazing to finally feel like you're with someone where if you ask them a question, they are gonna ask you a question back about you, like, and actually show interest in you. Like that is so rare that you like, and it's so sad that it's such a beautiful thing whenever it happens, because of course in a way it should always happen, but it just doesn't. But I feel like in this case, I feel like it's actually you're gonna I feel like you're gonna find someone who's very, very good, who's gonna be very good to you. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about what's going to happen this December with a star. So I feel like this month is going to get the best out of you. Like I feel like you're going to be really thriving this month. Like I feel like you're going to have a little bit of a glow up this month, like, and I think it's just because you're going to be happy, and I think the fact that you're going to be smiling is going to just make people like feel like you're like, I feel like people are going to look at you a little bit differently. Like I feel like people are maybe also going to ask you, like, what have you done differently, if you have changed your hair or something, because there's going to be a glow to you. Like there's something that, and I think it's just happiness. I think you're going to actually find like someone who's going to make you feel good, like feel good about yourself too. Like I feel like, yeah. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about what's gonna happen this December for you, group number 5. What's going to happen? Okay. So 7 of Cups reversed. So there's not going to be any delusions. Like I feel like you're going to be very realistic about your expectations, and I feel like maybe some of you are a little bit afraid that like I'm leading you on a little bit. Like you feel like this is all too good to be true. Like are there people out there who are actually decent, and how would you find this person? And now like we're kind of getting very close to December now, and maybe it's even December when you watch this, and you feel like, well, it's like that's a very short time frame. How am I going to find this person? Especially if you're single, you might feel like I'm leading you on. But with this card here, I feel like it's confirmation that you should actually hope for the best here. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with actually expecting this to happen. Because, yeah, I feel like this is it's going to be a good month. I feel like you're going to be surrounded by people who are actually going to be pepping you up, hyping you up, like and making you feel good about yourself, and making you feel comfortable in your own skin, and yeah. But I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about what's going to happen in December here. Five of Swords. So Well, the Five of Swords is about taking somebody else's leftovers, and it has a bad, it gets a bad rep, but I feel like the bad rep that it gets is kind of, it's kind of conservative, because in this day and age, in the modern times where we are more tolerant to, like, you know, people finding the wrong partner and partnering up with them and then getting a divorce, like, that we are more okay with that now. It was a little bit more of a no-no back in the day, but now things have changed, and I feel like taking somebody else's leftovers when it comes to love is not it's kind of the name of the game more than it is it's very hard not to find somebody who hasn't been in a relationship before. That's very hard. I think it's kind of impossible to do. But yeah, so maybe this person that you're gonna meet, or this person who's gonna come into your life might be someone who has been married before, might have gotten divorced, possibly recently, but I don't know. This person could have children from a previous marriage, and again, like, still, it's not a red flag. It shouldn't be, because, like, the more the merrier. Some would say the only times where it would be a red flag is if it's someone who has children from a previous marriage and they don't want to have children with you. Then it's a red flag. Like that, and there are some men out there who are, like, terrible in that sense. Like, it's so egotistical. It's terrible. Like, to expect someone to be a stepmother, like, especially if it's but it was like, or stepmother or stepdad, because I feel like it's not gender specific. I feel like this is something that happens in both genders. I feel like there are people who expect people to be a stepmother or stepfather to their child, and then don't actually want to give them a child. Like, I feel like it's just very selfish. Like, because, like, then you're just looking for a nanny. You're not looking for, like, a love partner. Because if you were looking for a love partner, then you would honor the wishes that that love partner has of, you know, procreating. Like, that, very selfish. But if this person isn't like that, and I feel like this person is not, because I feel like this person is very polite and nice and wholesome, and, like, seems to have been grown up right, like, has been raised right. So, yeah. And yeah, of course, it might seem a little bit overwhelming to have to, you know, date someone where you could potentially have to be like a stepmother or stepfather to their child. Yes, it's a handful, and it's a lot. But I feel like you can take it, and I think you can handle it. I think. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about your December month. And also with the generosity card, like, I feel like someone is going to be very generous with you. I feel like you're going to get something that you don't expect, like something something kind of big, like something that you didn't even wish for, like something that you might have even felt like it was too much to ask for. Like, and I think you're going to get that, actually. I don't know if you're going to get it from your partner or your future partner, who you might meet in December, or if you're going to get this gift from maybe your parents or someone else close to you. But I feel like that you're going to get something big. Like, even though I know I said that I didn't want to speak about presents, and I don't want to disappoint people, but it kind of, like, for some reason I feel drawn to saying that anyways. Like, so with the King of Swords reversed, I feel like it's not, like, the person who's coming into your life in December is, like, maybe not an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. If you're in a relationship with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, then this is the person. But I feel like if you're single and you're looking for someone, then it might not, like, because I feel like maybe some of you are a little bit afraid that it could be your ex who's going to come back to your life, like who's going to reach out to you in December, and maybe you just don't want to deal with that, and maybe that person is a Gemini or Libra or Aquarius. So maybe you don't want to have to bother with that, and I don't think you would. I don't think you will. It's not the person coming into your life, not the person that you're, like, if you're afraid of one person coming into your life, I don't think it's that person. Like, or at least maybe this person reaches out to you, because if you have an intuitive feeling that this person could do it, because maybe this person always does that every December month, like because this person gets lonely during the holidays and starts becoming, like, nervous that they haven't found anyone, and, like, then there's the pressure from their family that they should have found someone, and maybe maybe this person has reached out to you before, because of that, like, because of reasons like that, and maybe you're afraid that this person is going to do that again this year, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. But it's not the person who's coming into your life. I feel like that's a completely other person who's actually going to come into your life and actually be good to you. So it's, yeah. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. About what's going to happen this December month. With the Tower reversed, there's not going to be a Tower moment. There's, like, I feel like things are going to be very smooth. Like, there's not going to be anything bad happening, no drama, no tragic things happening. Like, things are going to be very, very calm and peaceful, and only good vibes, I feel like. And cozy. Like, I feel like there's a cozy vibe here too. Like, I feel like this is going to be a cozy month for you, and also just a month filled with love. Like a lot of love, both from a new person coming into your life, if you're single, or from your partner if you are in a relationship, or just from your family. Just I feel like you're gonna, not that you won't, but I feel like there's also gonna be love from your family. Like, you're gonna have I feel like you're going to have some very good times with your family, where you're going to be bonding with your nieces and nephews, and where there's just going to be a lot of cheerful moments. Yeah. So overall, very good. A very good December month. I'm going to ask a little bit about career like what's going to happen in your career in December. Okay, with the Three of Wands here, I feel like there might be a conquering, actually, like something that you're going to conquer, something that you're going to finish, something that you're going to be successful with, and something like, I feel like there's going to be something that you're going to get done, and you're going to be very proud of yourself that you're going to get it done. Like that maybe you feel a little bit like it's kind of it's something that has been like weighing on your shoulders for a long time. Like it's something where you might have had to have some kind of emotional distance from it, because you just didn't want to talk about it and think about it and worry about it all the time. And I think maybe you have created that little distance from it, and I think maybe that's okay. Like I feel like some of you feel like you have been procrastinating to a point where it's not good for you. But I feel like maybe this time that you've taken where you've recharged your batteries a little bit, I think it's actually good. I think it might give you a new perspective on this when you finish it, like where I think it's very good, like when you have like some kind of project that you're doing, it's very good to only only publish it or release it when you have like slept on it and like had some time apart from it, and then go back and then look at it with fresh eyes and because then you can see it with a different perspective, and I think it's actually good that you have had this slight emotional distance from it. I just think it's good. So don't beat yourself up about that, because I feel like it might have been meant to be in a way. And I think you're going to finish that, and I think you're going to be happy with just finishing it. And in a way, I think you're kind of like I feel like you're not that bothered with how well it's going to go, or like what's going to happen afterwards. I just feel like you just wanted to finish it and then move on to, like I feel like in this month, in December, I think you're going to finish it, and you're going to feel like when you finish it, it's not even important to see the reaction or see what's going to happen or get the feedback, or like I think you're just going to want to go straight to the next thing, because the Three of Wands, it's about conquering something, but it's also about like right after the conquering, you move on to something else. Like that, it's and I feel like that's maybe something that you're gonna kind of do here, like in terms of career in December. I feel like it's gonna be like but there is going to be a conquering, like it's going to be a success, it's going to be some kind of victory. You're going to be finished with something, and you're going to see the fruits of your labor. But as you are watching the fruits of your labor, you're going to be like out of there, like you're going to be halfway in, halfway out, like you're going to have your foot, like, and it's intentional. It's not coming from anybody else. Like if you're thinking that this is like a sign that you're going to get fired, it's not. I'm sensing that that you're going to have one foot in and one foot out of your own free will. Like it's your choice. Like you're going to feel like when this is done, like when this last thing is done, you're going to be thinking about, doing something else, finding another job, or maybe starting a new project, starting a new thing. Like I think it's just more mentally where you're going to feel like you're ready to move on now that this is done. Like that this was just the last thing that you needed to do, but now you are free, like free as a butterfly to go seek out something else, like, or I don't know. But it seems like a good, like it's a good positive card. It's not like it's actually a very chipper, wholesome card. It's so. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you, group number 5. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye.